What if I told you there's a place on Earth where mountains don't just touch the sky, they float above it? A landscape so impossible, it inspired a blockbuster movie and defies everything we know about gravity. Picture this. You're standing in a forest of stone pillars so tall they vanish into the clouds. Mist swirls around their peaks, making them look like they're hovering in midair. No ropes, no illusion, just thousands of colossal columns rising from the earth as if held up by magic. This is Zhangjiajie in China's Hunan province, and for centuries, locals believed these mountains were sacred, literally lifted into the sky by celestial beings. But what's really holding them up? How did nature carve a place that looks more like a dream than reality? Let's start with the legend. Ancient stories say that the peaks were once part of a heavenly realm, placed here by gods to remind humans of their power. People spoke of spirits living among the pillars, of mists that never faded, and of a landscape that shifted with the mood of the sky. For generations, it was treated as a place of reverence, not just beautiful but alive. But then, geologists arrived. And what they found was even more astonishing than the myths, because these mountains aren't floating. Their dissolving Zhangjiajie is part of the Wulingyuan Range, a UNESCO World Heritage Site covering over 26,000 hectares. And its story begins over 380 million years ago, during the Devonian period. Back then, this region was submerged under a shallow sea. Layer by layer, sediment settled on the ocean floor, sand, quartz, calcium, compressed over millennia into a thick bed of sandstone. Then tectonic forces lifted the entire region upward, exposing it to the elements. What happened next was a slow, relentless sculpting. Rain, rich with carbon dioxide, fell on the sandstone and seeped into its cracks. It reacted with minerals, slowly dissolving the rock from within. Rivers carved deep canyons. Wind smoothed the edges. Freeze-thaw cycles widened fractures. Over millions of years, what was once a solid plateau became a forest of freestanding pillars, some towering over 1,000 meters high. But why do they look like they're floating? It all comes down to perspective and atmosphere. Many of the pillars are so narrow at the base and so tall that from certain angles, they seem detached from the ground. Add in the region's famous mist, a near-constant blanket of humidity rising from the dense forests below, and the bases disappear entirely. The peaks appear suspended, especially at sunrise or after rainfall, when clouds pool between the pillars like a soft, white sea. This surreal effect didn't go unnoticed. When director James Cameron was designing the world of Avatar, he visited Zhangjiajie and based the Hallelujah Mountains directly on these formations. Suddenly, a local wonder became a global icon. Tourism exploded. Cable cars were built. Glass walkways were installed along cliff faces. The world had discovered a place where nature outdid imagination, yet with fame came fragility. The very mists that create the floating illusion are threatened by pollution. Foot traffic erodes ancient paths. Conservationists now work to balance access with preservation, reminding visitors that this landscape is not just a backdrop, but a living, evolving masterpiece. What's truly remarkable is that the process that created Zhangjiajie is still ongoing. These mountains are not frozen in time. They're still being shaped, still dissolving, still rising, still changing. In a way, they are floating, not in space, but in time, suspended between an ancient past and an uncertain future. Have you ever visited a place that felt like it couldn't be real? Share your story in the comments. We might feature it in our next exploration. And if you want to see more of Earth's hidden wonders, don't forget to subscribe to Wonder Explorer.